Hey, gorgeous ones. Did I do that wave again? I'm trying not to do the wave. Okay, guess what? Guess what I got? I got the Juvia's Place Festival palette. Yes, I do. Okay, y'all know I'm a Juvia's Place junkie. And as soon as I heard that the pre-sale had opened, I ordered it that very moment, and I think it's sold out already. So sorry, it'll be back, probably stocked for the February 15th for real launch. But anyway, I have it in my hot little hands, and we are going to talk about it. So if you would like to know, see what the festival palette is about, if you're a Juvia's Place junkie like me, or thinking about Juvia's Place, let's go ahead and talk about it. And if you're new, I'm dancing it in, I'm dancing it in, I'm dancing it in. Don't forget to subscribe. Did y'all see that dance? Don't forget to subscribe. I upload like 3 or 4 times a week. I don't have a set schedule of days. Just hit the notification bell so you can find out when I'm doing the thing. You know what it's called. Okay, let's talk Juvia's Place, the festival. Okay, so Juvia's Place, the festival palette. Yay! So this is what it came in. I know, like, for people, like, when they do these things, people like to see the carton and everything. So I'm going to show you the carton because I really don't care about the carton, and I don't know why people do. But okay, anyway, let's talk. Here's the festival. Here's the carton. Now, I will say their cartons are beautiful, but I think that the packaging is freaking gorgeous anyway. I just love the Juvia's Place aesthetic from the outside, and how, when you open it up, you also have a picture on the inside. I mean, they don't do mirrors, but I gotta be honest with you. I know people be like, oh, it doesn't have a mirror. I honestly don't care because I have mirrors on a lot of damn things. So these don't need to have mirrors. I'm just saying. It's just my own thing. So anyway, let's look at the palette. It is standard, Juvia's Place palette, 9 pans. This is the 9 pan size. But let me say this is a little different because this one has 5 mattes, and it has pretty much, these are like satins. They're not necessarily shimmers, but they're more satiny, and then 2 metallic-y shimmery ones, which is a little different because Juvia tends to be very heavy on the shimmers. So this one is but once again, I think now as they go forward, the palettes themselves are not quite as haphazard as the older ones were. And I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I'm saying that when I used to look at and don't get me wrong, I have all of them. Some of them are like, okay, that's okay, but I have to really think about how to make looks. This palette, it was like boom, boom, boom. I made this look. I don't know if you can see it well. Let's get a little closer in. But this look with the colors in the palette, and and I have made like a couple of others. So I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm gonna try to do 3 looks, 1 palette for you guys, because I made 3 distinctive looks with this palette, like 1, 2, 3. It just happened. I was just sitting there and it was just like, oh, let me try this one. Oh, let me try this one. And they all came out and they're totally different. And so that was like amazing to me because I am not that creative at this point. Well, I think I'm getting better with eyeshadows, but let's talk about this palette. Okay, so first off, if you'll see it, it's a very beautiful palette. It has this like really I love this red right here. It's called Izava. I'm gonna swatch them. We're gonna talk about them, and I'll talk about all of the finishes in a minute. But I love the layout of the colors, and they are very easy to use together. And then you got this really bright pink that challenged me for a minute, but if you really look at the colors, it really does meld well with them. Even though, like, right off the bat, you can go 1, 2, 3. This is a great transition color. These 2 are great crease colors and outer corner colors. You just know this. You could just look at it and say, oh man, I can make something beautiful with this. So let's just go over, and I'm going to swatch each of the colors so you can see them. So the first color is Izava, and this is a matte, and it's like a brown red. And let's see how that looks. And if you see it, it's a very beautiful color, but it's Juvia's. No, I'm just joking. Y'all know I got a thing for her. And I would tell the truth if it was bad. But I do love this color, and I've tried it on. And now let me say, swatching it like this is much deeper than when you put it on your eyes. You can build it up to this intensity, but when you first put it on the brush, it's not going to be this intense, which I like because, you know, sometimes you don't want it that intense because it's hard to, you know, if you make a mistake, it's harder to get rid of it. So this is a beautiful color, and it does build up to a beautiful red, but it's not this intense when you first put it on. Next up is Uli right here, and that's that beautiful, beautiful duochrome white. When I first saw it, when I was looking at it online, I thought it was a matte white, but no, it is a duochrome. And you see that reflex on it. It's got a little pink shift to it. You know, I love pink, so that's, and when you see that, then it makes sense because it's like a little white with a little pink tone shift to it. I have that in my inner corners, and I have, well, I'll tell you in a minute. So next up is Ofala, which is this beautiful, beautiful orange. This, I mean, it looks like the festival. It looks like the orange that they have on here. So it's just a beautiful color. And here again, right here. And like I said, once you see them, they are beautiful. But this is a finger swatch. When you brush it on, it's not quite as intense, which of course, like I said, it can build to a great intensity. But I prefer it to be like at this level, you know, at a little less intensity, high, you know, when I'm putting it on. But they're so highly pigmented. And I will say, these are pretty creamy. There's not a lot of fallout. And then next up is Ma'awu. I don't know I think I'm saying that right. And I absolutely love this color. I love that color. That little salmony pink color is calling my name. And this is a perfect, perfect transition color. You see that right there? That's a perfect transition. And then if you look at those tones together, I don't even have to say anything. You see those tones together, you can see a look right there. I mean, it screams, yes, girl, you got this. You got this. And then we have Iriji, which is this pink right there, this beautiful, beautiful fuchsia. And they're so creamy in the finger. I mean, they're just so creamy and buttery. And you see that beautiful pink. You see that pink right there? That's pink. That's not pink. That's pink. That's that pink. That's that pink I love. I love that pink right there. And then next up is Oro, which is this cute, cute mustardy yellow. Such a beautiful color to use. That's another transition color you could use, or to, you know, do a nice, this I did on my brow bone, and you see on me, you can barely see it. So I use it on my brow bone, and to really make that stick, you know, just give it a little pop of mustard, I guess. Anyway, next up is Kaliki, which is this gray color right here. Now, the interesting thing is when you look at it, it looks very metallic, but it really isn't as metallic as I thought it was. I'll show it on the finger, and I'll swatch it here. Like when I put it on my eyes, it looks more, it has more sheen. So it's more of a satin on your lid. So it's sheen, you see the sheen here, but once I put it on, it lost some of that. Now I'm going to tell the truth about that. It lost some of that, you know, sheen that you see right there. It wasn't like that as much as you think. And then next up is Aba, which is this beautiful, beautiful dark turquoisey color. And now this one again is not as metallic as you would think it would be. See how it is? It's just a little satin sheen to these. So those I really like because then it gives you more options, because a lot of times she's, you know, straight mattes and metallics, whereas these have a little more satin feel to them. So you can use them either, you know, on the crease, you know, on, because I know that's going to be on the outer corner, and you know, it will still give you that feel, because like right now I have that on my, you see I made my wing with this color, but you don't see a lot of, you know, shimmer on it. Once I put it down, laid it down, it was much more satiny, not as much shimmer as it looks like right here when you do it. So once you brushing it on, it's not as much. And I even used Kaliki, and I used you know, I sprayed my brush, and it still wasn't that vibrant of a shimmer on it. Yeah, and then of course last is Odogwu, which is right here, this gold they have. And let me show you that gold. And that gold is right there. Now let me talk about a few things because I have quite a few of these colors on my lids. The gold is not as vibrantly gold. Like I have quite a few, you know, I have all of them, and they tend to be a lot more vibrant. I even use Fix Plus on here, so it's more of a muted gold, not necessarily a very vibrant gold. Even though it looks super vibrant here on my lids, it's just a little vibrant. You know, it's not super blindingly gold like some golds that I have. I do love the reds. I do have the red in my crease. What I did was I used the Mawawu, I don't know, Manwu. Okay. I used that for my transition at the top of my crease, and then I used the orange Ofala in the crease, and then I used the Izafa at the, you know, at the very outer V and into the crease, just a little bit into the crease to create this look. And then I use the Odogwu like on my lid, but as you can see, it's not as, like, watch, I'm gonna do this. Let's do this. See, it's not as intense as you think it would be. It's just a really pretty, it's just a really pretty gold, but it's a much more flat gold than I anticipated. Don't get me wrong, I like it, but it's just not as, you know, shimmery as I'm used to. And that's fine, because I actually do, once I put it on and looked at myself, I said, oh, okay, this is pretty. And the Aba, which is that turquoisey color, is not as, it's more of a satiny finish to it, as opposed to how it looks right here, where you get more sheen to it. It's a very subtle sheen, which means that you can do more with this palette than I think a lot of the other palettes, because they're so, usually she's so heavily into metallics and glittery, more glittery shades. So I like this palette based on the fact that it really spoke to me so soon. I mean, like, as soon as I got it, I sat down and I looked at it, and within 10 minutes I was creating looks with it, and they were stunning. And I'm, you know, like this one I love. I would rock this out. I promise you I would. And it called to me on a creative level, because even the colors were very vibrant, but they really do tell a story of festival. I could, like this look, I would definitely wear this look to a festival. I would, like, you know, probably wet the brush more so I could get a little more intensity on the turquoise on the eyes, but I would definitely rock this look at a festival. And when I was working with it, that's what I was thinking. Festival, what would this be like if I was going to go to Mardi Gras, or if I was going to, you know, Carnival or something? And this is what it evoked in me to try. And like I said, the blendability is on point as always. The pigmentation works. Like, it's just not, it's not as intense in the beginning, so it gives you the ability to build it up to where you want it to be without overwhelming yourself to begin with and go, oh my God, how do I get this off of my eyes? And they're very creamy. They're buttery. They're not really powdery in the, you know, I mean, you can look at this. I've used it a few times. There's still, you know, I don't have a lot of fallout from it, and they wear beautifully. I've worn these a couple of days. I've played in them. They last. You know, they are true to what I expect from my palettes from Juvia's Place. And let me tell you, they were on point with shipping. Let me before I forget, I ordered this the first day it went on pre-sale. They sent it out that day, and I saw it in the afternoon. So by the end of the day, I had shipping information, and I got it within 3 or 4 days. So I will say, I know I've seen things about how their shipping was off and their customer service was off, but I've been buying from Juvia's for now, and I will say that I have never had a problem with customer service at all with them. I cannot say anything has been bad with my shipments. And of course, I'm later in the game. So now they are better at what they do. So I will say I'm okay with that. So that's it. I love it. It's another win from Juvia's Place. And if you would like to see me do my 3 looks, 1 palette, tell me. I'm gonna try because I'm still going, should I do it? Hell yeah, we're gonna do it. So if you would like to see that, give it a thumbs up. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Did you already order this? Are you planning on ordering it? Let me know in the comments. What colors sing to you from this palette? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with me. It's your Lulu. May you have a great day and may life treat you kind. Bye-bye.